think Cramser mathematically has been eliminated.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. Songs of the Year series. And today we are looking at 2006. I think a step down on the charts this year. Definitely after the last two, which were pretty solid. I think I still ended up with 5 pretty decent tunes, but yeah, it was much harder to come up with them, I think. But basically from this point on, I'm not going to have any trouble with the wild cards. I've listened to a ton of music from basically 2005 on, so I've got plenty to pick from on that side of things. How are you guys feeling about 2006?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Great deep cuts, terrible charts, which will be probably the story until this series wraps up.
Disagree. Love the charts. Tons of good stuff here, especially if you get outside the usual comfort zones. Lots of good rap, some hip hop, Timbaland making his presence known across the charts. I had a lot to choose from and had trouble narrowing it down to just 5. I'm actually more confident about my chart picks than I am about my wild cards. I really do not like this era of music at all, so it's tough. It's gonna be a rough one for me.
All right, so if you are new here or haven't seen this series before, basically what we do is we each make 2 lists of 5 songs, our favorite songs of the year. The first list has to come from the Billboard Hot 100. It had to have charted at some point during the year. So that's the first list. Second list is wild cards. They can be from anywhere. Those could have also charted, or they could be deep cuts, B-sides, anything at all. We save our winner for the end. So one of our lists will be one song short. And we also make a selection for our least favorite top 40 song of the year. So that's what we're doing. And I think it's Cram's turn to kick it off.
All right, let's kick it off with the Billboard. I'm going to go with one I definitely remember partying to. It is a song called King Without a Crown by Mataziyahu. Pretty awesome kind of Jewish reggae, if you will. Very cool. It's got a pretty hot little beat. It's got some cool rapping, and it's just got a really cool vibe to it. I really love the energy behind it, and it actually has a really cool guitar solo on it. Just a fun song that pretty easy to like. Next, I'm gonna go with someone that I think Jason said would probably not show up again, and I think I agreed with him, but I was wrong. Got Goo Goo Dolls again with Stay With You. And I like this whole album. It might low-key be my favorite Goo Goo Dolls album. It's kind of their big sellout album. It's full of huge ballads and arena rock kind of vibes, and this song is no different. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy, but I dig it. In the same kind of vein, a band that did a pretty good left turn after their first album, not nearly as good as their first album, but going with that big anthemic arena rock style. I'm going with The Killers, When You Were Young. Just a big rock and roll song. They're really diving into the Americana kind of vibes here. This is the song where he goes, "He doesn't look a thing like Jesus," which is everywhere on the internet now. But it's incredibly catchy, and I love when it kind of cuts out and does a little xylophone or glockenspiel or whatever. Really nice touch. Then I'm going to go with Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. You got to love this track. It kind of is a really cool, modernized, more kind of, sultry kind of vibe of old Motown kind of hits. It still has kind of that sweet sensation to it, but it's pretty hopping. It's got a great beat to it and just really catchy. And then finally, I don't even know this charted, but I'm so happy that I found out that it did because I love this song and it saved me possibly a wild card slot. I'm going with Fidelity from Regina Spektor, which is the typical Regina Spektor fodder. It's got tremendous cutesiness and girliness and preciousness, but it is incredibly hooky. It's got those big kind of string plucks and everything to it, and the chorus is her just going It's just like a little girl with a lollipop and a jump rope going down the sidewalk, but it's really awesome and much more mature than I'm leading on. So yeah, I don't really mind those top 5 picks, but overall, outside of that, I don't got a lot to work with, but 5 good ones.
Well, I had a ton to pick from. Tough to narrow down. My number 5 is going to be Dare from Gorillaz. probably the best Gorillaz song that doesn't feature a guest star that starts DEL. So De La Soul or Del the Funky Homo Sapien are out, but everything else there is better than. Great dance tune from them. Number 4, talked about it a while back, and it's finally come to fruition. We have a Bond song making my top 5. You Know My Name from Chris Cornell. I think it's probably Cornell's last great vocal performance. One of my favorite Bonds. The perfect Daniel Craig introduction, a little grittier, a little harder, much better than anything from Billie Eilish or Sam Smith or any of the later ones. Yeah, they stink. Number 3, we got a little Timbaland making an appearance with Justin Timberlake. What Goes Around Comes Around. It's really just Cry Me a River Part 2, but I love that song, so I also love this one. And this one has a second part that kind of comes in a little harder, and JT just plays the spur necks perfectly on it. Number 2, I'm going to go with Promiscuous from Nelly Furtado. More Timbaland. I just love the back and forth between Timbaland and Nelly on this one. The hey, is that the truth, or are you talking trash? Is your game MVP like Steve Nash? Love a Steve Nash call out in any rap hip hop song. Number 1, though, is going to be What You Know from T.I. I just love the synth parts in this, the samples. They sort of interpolate. It's not a straight sample. It's not like Kanye does with his speeding up of classic soul. But this one is just so cool and heavy sounding. The bass and drums are just monstrous. Really love this one. Probably, I mean, I don't love T.I. by any means, but this song, when I heard it, was like, whoa, this is nothing I've heard from a rap song before. So always dug that one. That's my Billboard number 1.
All right. When was the last time we had 15 different Billboard songs? Probably been a while, I think. I came close with a couple of crayons, almost had the Regina Spektor song, almost had Gnarls Barkley. Those just missed. What I do have is Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Rae. I think she deserved much more than the one-hit wonderdom that she got. I love her voice. I think she's a great singer. This song is just really joyful and light. I like it a lot. Then I'm going with Here It Goes Again by OK Go. This is the treadmill song. Everyone knows the video. OK Go have a ton of amazing videos, and kudos to them for finding a way to, monetize their music and actually make money off of it. I'm sure they've got like 1 billion YouTube views or whatever. But I think it does overshadow their music somewhat, and I think it's a shame because they have a lot of really catchy pop tunes, and this is one of them. I think it's really good, fun power pop kind of thing. Then I'm going with Is It Any Wonder by Keen. Love Tom Chaplin's voice. The song has a huge chorus, and the guitar sound is actually a distorted Yamaha keyboard. Sounds absolutely incredible. I think it's really cool. Then I'm going with Worldwide Suicide by Pearl Jam. After the somewhat muted Riot Act, hearing this come at you on the radio just seemed like an explosion, just really angry and powerful, but still hook-filled, still kind of an immediately catchy song. Really great rock and roll there. And then my last one, I'm going with Wings of a Butterfly by H.I.M. I was pretty into H.I.M at the time. And I don't know, it just has really great hooks, really good pop song. They're a very poppy band, actually, but they kind of just dress it up in this gothic hard rock. It sounds really big and really epic, and it's a lot of fun, I think. So there you go. Those are my 5.
Good shout out on the H.I.M song for sure. All right, yeah, not bad picks. Joe's a little Timbaland heavy, but it's all right. That's Joe being Joe. Let's go deep cuts, shall we? Not a lot of stuff from my albums of the year nominees, but really good stuff. I've got Act of Apostle by Belle and Sebastian. Really sweet song. The piano riff and everything is tremendous. He sounds awesome. The melody is just tremendous, and it's just got this really lovely chorus and just piano rock kind of vibe. Very cool. Also going to go with a slower, sadder, really beautiful tune by Cat Power called The Greatest. It really just moves along in a nice sway. It's got this dark piano to it, and the backing vocals coming in doing the greatest greatest. Really awesome. She's got a tremendous voice when she's singing softly. The heavier she gets, I think the weaker it gets, but right now she's right in that perfect range for her on the greatest. And then I'm going to go with the leadoff track from Boys and Girls in America, Stuck Between Stations by the Hold Steady, which I think might be the most encompassing, all you need to know about the Hold Steady kind of song or theme here. It's got that kind of Springsteen little piano part to it. It's chugging along with a little bit of punky guitar vibes to it. It's got one of the greatest lines in rock and roll history when he says she was a really cool Christian or really cool kisser, but she wasn't all that strict of a Christian. Really cool line. And then one Jason might have on here by Secret Machines, Alone, Jealous, and Stoned. And this is a song that just wraps the meaning of the title in a big bow. It sounds like you're alone, jealous, and stoned in this big, hazy, cloudy fog. And it's like really majestic and kind of an outer space a little bit. You get these kind of like whirlwind buzzing things going on in the background. And then this just big, haunting, big chord piano part, really slow drums, nice guitar lead. I love his voice here. It's like this kind of wimpy little ashtray singing style of vocals. It's so cool. Really gives you that alone, jealous, and stoned kind of feel. Perfect. And I will save my winner.
Oakley dokley. I really have no idea what to pick for 2006 as far as these wild cards. Basically just like 2 albums, maybe 3 that I really liked. So we'll kick it off with one from the Scissor Sisters. I Don't Feel Like Dancing. It's just, disco. The Bee Gees brought into the 2000s, right down to the pitch perfect replication of those like laser beam that come in. I love it. I love disco. So this one hits home for me. Number 4, Mama from My Chemical Romance. It's a pretty whacked out loony take on The Trial, and Mother from Pink Floyd has a great guest vocal spot from Liza Minnelli. Number 3 and 2, again, I just couldn't pick, so I'm just going with Muse for both. Starlight, Star Wars love song, great bass groove from Chris Wolstenholme, and a really great arpeggiated synth part in the background there. And Crying Shame, my favorite B-side ever, probably, at least modern B-side. A little harder rocking than most of it was on Black Holes and Supernova. Just a really classic Muse riff on it. And my winner will save, but I don't know. Not happy with that, really. It seems boring. I searched, I looked through all these albums. I'm like, why can't I find a song I really love? Couldn't do it.
All right. Once again, Cram's picking up the just miss for me, so I don't have to feel so bad about leaving them off. Everybody else gets to still hear them on the playlist. The Hold Steady and Belle and Sebastian, Alone, Jealous, and Stoned was one of my last cuts. So good stuff. I don't know what Joe's doing though. My first wild card is Hold On by Nico Case. I don't know if Nico ever sounded better than on this track. Her voice is just perfect. The reverb that they have on her voice is incredible. All of the guitar leads are just really great, playing all these like really cool country licks, almost spaghetti westernish, just super cool. Next pick after that, I've got Chasing Ghosts with Alcohol by Gomez. It starts as this great bluesy ballad with electric piano and dobro. Ben Otwell's voice just has this amazing rasp to it. And then you're just hit by this screeching feedback and the band erupts into this massive sound. Just sounds like a catharsis, super powerful. Then I'm going with Jackson Square by Mason Jennings from his excellent Bone Clouds album. I love the storytelling on display here. It's about moving into a new place in Jackson Square with a new love of his. Throughout the song, she slowly goes crazy and ends up committing suicide. It's really like simultaneously plain spoken, but also very poetic. I love the line, anyone who says that life is clear has never seen a mirror or been to Jackson Square. Super cool. Then I've got Don't Take My Sunshine Away by Sparkle Horse. I love the production on this song. It's like fake lo-fi. It's like super hi-fi with all these elements of like lo-fi-ness. There's like crackling and like he's really up close on the mic. You can hear like every smack of his lips and his breathing. Really well recorded. It's almost like ASMR or something at the beginning when the song starts. But then you get this really big fat bass, and the drums sound phenomenal. The backing vocals are all super cool. Everything is just perfect. There's these swirling guitars played through a Leslie cab that sound great. There's strings and like these little synths bubbling underneath. There's a really heavy section in the bridge where everything gets super fuzzed out and glitchy, but it's just absolutely beautiful and such a cool song. So yeah, there you go. Those are my 4.
All right. Let's talk about our least favorite top 40 song of 2006. And as weak of a year as I thought this was, I don't think there was a lot of abysmal stuff, but one does come to mind. We're going with Daniel Powter with Bad Day. Why you would want to sound like a Train song, I don't know. And he does a great job of just sounding terrible at it. It's really boring. It's just pandering to just commonplace lifestyle music. It's got nothing artistic about it. It's just incredibly boring, and it's an earworm song. And is it one of the worst songs ever? Probably not, but it's just so friggin' average. It just makes it absolutely terrible. And it was everywhere during this time. Every kind of commercial or radio's commercial, anything going on where it's like you're trying to sell something, this song was on it, and I friggin' hate it. So there we're going. Bad Day, Daniel Powter. No dice for me.
Solid choice. You said that they were trying to be Train. Well, this band was, I don't know what the hell they were trying to be. I got Lips of an Angel from Hinder is my least favorite. What a piece of crap this is. It sounds like Nickelback, but like sung even poorly. And just the subject of the song, wanting to cheat on your significant other with your tawdry ex. And then Lips of an Angel is a really weird comp. Like if you think about it, like, are angels supposed to be like super hot with like big pouty lips? Like that's such like a weird thing to like compare a really hot girl you want to bang to. So not great. His falsetto especially is just horrendous. Like I cannot believe the song got play anywhere. Just a real piece of crap, this guy. Lips of an Angel from Hinder.
It came down to 2 for me, and I was really having trouble deciding between Panic at the Disco, but ultimately I'm going with Lips of an Angel also. I agree. I kind of forgot this song existed until today and looking through the charts, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, that one's terrible. This dude's voice is just unbearable. It's all that fake emotion in it, just like trying to sound like such a tortured soul, but none of it's real. He's just like pushing out like such angst, and it's just so fake and so bad. The music is super boring. No member of the band does anything that draws any attention to anything. It's basically just like a stock track that he's singing to. And yeah, I don't know. The melody in the chorus is actually not horrible. And if it wasn't sung so badly, and if the lyrics weren't so terrible, it might be kind of like decent. But then after he sings that part, he goes into that falsetto and just totally wrecks it. It's so bad. So yeah, got to be that one.
All right. Yeah, no, you're not. It's not my pick, but you're not wrong. That's for damn sure. I also just completely forgot that song existed. A lot of these tracks have been just lurking in my, on the back burner of my memory. But yeah, that one totally forgot. And damn this experiment of ours for bringing it back to light. Time for our winners, boys. My favorite song of 2006 is from Regina Spektor. It is the song Samson, which really beautiful song. It's a tearjerker. It is kind of based off that biblical tale and done through a story of her having a former lover who was diagnosed with cancer or something like that. Like there's a great lyric about your hair was long when we first met and you are my sweetest downfall and all this stuff. It's really heartbreaking. It's got an absolutely tremendous piano part. It's got a great little piano solo kind of interlude in it. It's very slow moving. She sings it perfectly. get choked up just thinking about it. I can't really do it justice just saying it, but it'll be in the playlist, so you guys check it out. I think it's very, very thoughtful without going over the top. Really well done. Samson, Regina Spektor.
All right. Speaking of over the top, my winner gotta be Knights of Sidonia from Muse. Just love this track so much. That intro guitar solo inspired by the Tornadoes classic Telstar. Got those mariachi horns coming in. The song just has a feel of like a Ennio Morricone song from Mars. Like it's just, yes, no, it's exactly, it's like a space western. I love it. There's a spacey bridge. You got that hammering bass line. Bellamy's very modern sounding, shrieking. It puts it in a futuristic vibe, but you got that retroness to it. It's so cool. And the video itself, amazing, fake Eastern European cowboy movie with lasers and motorcycles and robots and stuff. Truly insane, truly perfect for that track. I think it was my favorite from Muse. Maybe, I can't remember. I think it was. So should be no surprise that this was the winner for 2006 for me. Yeah, easy win. Easy win for Knights of Sidonia.
All right. My winner for 2006 is Thin Blue Flame by Josh Ritter, a nearly 10-minute epic with no chorus and about 1 million words. Just incredible poetry with many interpretations. I think at its most basic interpretation, it's an anti-war song, but it's also an examination of religion and faith. There's so much amazing imagery and so many perfect lines in this song. I love the line, beating hearts blossom into walking bombs. The way the intensity of the song just builds is really incredible, really good dynamics. If you like Bob Dylan, if you like Leonard Cohen or songwriters like that really give you a lot to dig into, I think this is a must listen and my favorite song of 2006. So there we go. Let us know what your favorite songs of the year are. Let us know what you think of our picks and what ended up happening in our 2005 poll. Kathleen Edwards was putting up a fight, but I think she came up short, huh?
2 votes short. Did you vote for your pick, Jason?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope it wasn't one of those situations where literally 1 vote would have swung the election. No, it was a 2-vote win for 9 Inch Nails, my pick, The Hand That Feeds, but a real strong showing by Kathleen Edwards, just 2 votes behind. Animal Collective performing admirably as well, just 12 votes off the lead, so all 3 performed pretty well. So I have 22, Jason 18.5, Kramzer 13.5. I think Kramzer mathematically has been eliminated.
Have I really? It's pretty close, yeah.
You basically have to run the table at this point.
That's okay. But yeah, that was the tightest 3-way race we've had in a long time. Long time.
All right, so this year will be interesting as well. I don't know if any of those are clear winners or not. We'll see. So if you don't know what we're talking about, we do have a little competition going throughout this series. You can follow the link in our video description to our website and vote for which of our songs of the year is your favorite of the 3. Before you head over there, again, leave a comment, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. We're coming up on 10K. You can help us get there a little faster. You can also find Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our website, merch, and our Patreon in the description as well. Check out all of those links if you're interested in supporting the channel further. Check it out. Hope you do. We'll see you in the next one.